Good afternoon. Welcome. Seniors, please be seated. At this time, our senior band and choir students, so you will please get up and go back to your performing ensembles. So good afternoon, graduates, parents, families, friends, community members, staff, and school board members. This afternoon is a special one for us all. I am honored to be standing in front of you as the principal of Abraham Lincoln High School as we recognize and celebrate the class of 2022. While this day belongs to our graduates, I would like to take the moment to introduce you to our platform guests who will be assisting us with our ceremony this afternoon. Beginning on the back row with the members of our Lincoln administrative team on my far right, our activities director, Phil Chia, associate principal, Mindy Yukin, associate principal, Weston Woven, and on the back row to my left, our associate principal, Cole Van Vark, associate principal, Taylor Spindler, and associate principal, Michael Alberison. In the front row, on my left, we have 3 Lincoln High School staff members who will be assisting with the ceremony today. Joining us on stage are Julia Minahan, counselor, Toussaint Cheatham, restoration and safety coordinator, and Genevieve Rosenbaum, Spanish teacher. On the front row to my right, we have school board members Kelly Sawyer and Terry Caldwell Johnson, Des Moines Public Schools interim superintendent Matthew Smith, and then seated directly behind me are today's senior speakers, Emily Cook and CJ Rosales Castaneda. Finally, I would like to welcome our esteemed guests and members of the Lincoln High School faculty and staff. To you, thank you for the hard work and the time and energy that you have given to prepare our graduates for this day and for their futures that await them. At this time, I would like to introduce one of our finest music departments in the state of Iowa. Please welcome the Lincoln High School Band under the direction of Kevin Stegman and Adam Kalau, and our vocal music program under the direction of Christian White and Alex Fitzgerald.
is restless with the sounds we hear, is broken, shaken by the cries of pain.
Thank you, band and choir students, for your contribution to today's event. Today is a day that many of us here this afternoon will remember for the rest of our lives. For our 2022 graduates, you will remember this day as the culmination of 13 years of hard work since the day you stepped into your kindergarten classroom. For you parents, you have had many goals and aspirations for your children who now sit here as young adults. At times, some of you probably wondered if your child would make it to this moment, yet some of you have never wavered. Whichever situation is yours, your child has made it. Graduates, some of you have provided us some challenges, yet you have taught us much. For the past 4 years, you've experienced a pandemic, success in and out of the classroom, and losses of fellow classmates. While this is a wide range of emotions for you in such a short period of time, you have prevailed. For most of you sitting in front of me today, you have reached your first significant goal in life, graduating high school. I hope you're proud of yourself, very proud of yourself. To reach this milestone while navigating the constant change forced upon you with the COVID pandemic is nothing short of remarkable. Lincoln High School is proud of you, and most importantly, your family and friends here today are proud of you. Enjoy this moment because it is only the beginning. Tomorrow signals the start of your next journey to reach your next goal. This may be news to some of you. My next goal, you say? Already? Yes, I say already. I ask you, what is your next goal? Is it to graduate from college? Is it to enter the workforce and use the training you received in high school to make an impact? Are you entering the armed forces to defend our country? Or perhaps are you heading out on a mission trip to share the good word and make a difference? As you embark on your next journey, I have 2 short messages for you. First, take action. Every story you've ever connected with, every leader you've ever admired, every little thing you've ever accomplished is the result of taking action. You see, graduates, you have a choice. You can either be a passive victim of circumstance or you can be the active hero of your own life. As I reflect on my own period of life, when I decided to pursue the next phase of my career to try to become a high school principal, I learned a lot. One of the best lessons I learned was that failure is merely practice towards future success. You see, when I graduated from college, I was offered a band and orchestra teaching job at the first school I interviewed for in Tulsa, Oklahoma. 6 years later, my wife and I decided we were ready for a change of scenery, so we decided we wanted to try out Colorado Springs. So I applied to a school out there to become the band and orchestra teacher. And again, I was offered that job. And again, it was the first one that I applied for. Then after teaching another 3 years, and after learning I was losing my hearing at a rapid rate due to teaching music, I applied for a vacant dean's position at the same school. I got that job. And a year later, the school had a vacant vice principal's position. I was encouraged to apply, and so I did. And I got that job. 3 years later, our principal left. I thought, well, hey, why not? I haven't been told no yet. So I applied, and what happened? I didn't get that job. You see, all the way up to this point in my career, I got what I wanted. I went after it with purpose by taking action. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been told no many times throughout my life. but not during my professional career to that point. However, I was at a loss at what to do after what I considered was the biggest rejection. I knew the next step for me was to become a principal of a high school. And after reeling in and feeling the defeat for a short period of time, I applied to another school, and I was told no. A year later, I decided I'm going to try again. I applied to 2 more schools, and I was told no. And it wasn't until my 5th interview a year later, in 2011, that I was blessed to land here as the principal of Abraham Lincoln High School. So why did I share that story? It's real simple. You either learn to fail, or you fail to learn. You see, rail splitters, in life, the things that go wrong are often the very things that lead you to other things going right. After all, nothing is really over until you stop trying. Remember, failure is simply practice towards success. As you reach for your goals in life, however small or big, you have to take risks. You never know what is right around the corner until you take a peek. Take your risks and take action. Alan Alda wrote, "Have the nerve to go into unexplored territory. Be brave enough to live life creatively. Creative is the place where no one has ever been." I say that again. Creative is the place where no one else has ever been. You see, this place is not previously known. You have to leave the city of your comfort, and you have to go into the wilderness of your intuition. To do this, you cannot get there by bus, only by hard work. So as you move forward towards your goal, you will fail on the way, and that is okay. Life will present speed bumps, roadblocks, and barriers. If you experience these things, you are probably on the road to making a difference, as long as you do one thing. You get up and you learn from your mistakes. What defines someone is not when or how they fall, yet what they do when they get up. My second and shorter message to you is about care. Care for yourself and care for others. Many of you participated in a survey in your English class this year. You reflected on the impact of social media and your cell phone use. And a majority of you identified the fact that you are addicted to these 2 items. You are simply spending too much time with your head down and looking at your phones. Many of you realize the negative influence that social media has on your life. There is so much hate, anger, and violence streaming to your phones every minute of the day that unknowingly your lives are being impacted. When you hear about the tragedies that occur around us, including recent events in Texas and here at home on the East Side, we know that social media had a hand in these events. You need to take care of yourself, rail splitters. You need to lift your head, listen, and communicate with others face to face. Life will pass you by with little meaningful enjoyment if you don't take the time to interact with others in a natural way. If you make the choice to interact with others in person rather than electronically, you will find yourself to be happier, I promise. There will be more joy and happiness in your heart because you are reducing or eliminating the hate that is packed in mainstream and social medias. There is so much for us to enjoy in life if you choose to engage in it. Choose to engage in the positive culture and the positive moments in life rather than the negative ones. Once you decide to do this, you will be a better person in a better position to take care of yourself and to help take care of others. You will find yourself with more time to be able to be loud with love and quiet with criticism. So in closing, I share with you the words spoken by Mark Lewis. The way to be happy is to like yourself. And the way to like yourself is to do only things that make you proud. The person you are with the most in life is yourself. And if you don't like yourself, you're always with somebody you don't like. Congratulations, class of 2022. And good luck to each and every one of you. Please welcome at this time to the podium Senior Emily Cook.
Hey. Thank you. When I was thinking about doing this, I didn't expect half the population of Des Moines to be here, but that's okay. Thank you for showing up. Aubrey and I discussed me bringing an applause sign, but I did not. So please just pity laugh when you know that when you're supposed to. Thank you. I can gladly report to you all today that the procrastination gene I have is not limited to classwork and actually extends out to preparing a graduation speech. Bad news is sorry, I've already messed up. The good news is I basically finished the speech on time. Bad news is I cannot say the same for all of the assignments I've had in the past 4 years here. Ask literally any of my teachers, I'm so sorry. Hopefully, as I'm delivering this speech, I'm more well-rested than I am now writing it. After all of those nights we've all spent desperately trying to finish projects surrounded by those little hot glue strings and somehow always glitter, even if we didn't use any, it's so rewarding to finally be here. We're sitting in the Knapp Center, which I must say is quite aptly named, and we're graduating. To say it's been a long haul would be an embarrassing understatement. Traditionally, high schoolers don't experience a global pandemic and scrape up whatever grades they can garner from home. As notorious as junior year is for being the hardest year of high school, having a pandemic stick us in our rooms staring at a screen for 5 hours minimum, surrounded by our own sweat and tears, wasn't exactly the easiest setting to succeed in. And I don't want to make the whole speech about COVID and how draining it's been and how we're all so strong for getting through it and definitely deserve gas money, Mom. Thank you. I'm so sorry, my cap is falling off. Thank you. Doing the bare minimum. Okay. I'm so viscerally proud of us all for getting through that, though I think every single person in this room has heard enough about it. So allow me to unseamlessly switch subjects. Do you guys remember that giant email chain that got sent to everyone in the district? Also fidget spinners and bottle flipping? I'd like to apologize to all of the faculty for our effrontery, for all of the disturbances we've caused by chucking water bottles in the air and having them repeatedly bang on desks, trying to land the perfect flip. It took us a while to learn spatial awareness and volume control. We're still kind of working on it, hence the air horn that someone has. Back in junior high, and there's two? Oh, awesome. Back in junior high, in the era of slime and DIY everything, I'd also like to issue an apology for all of the incorrigible spills and stains we caused in classrooms. Specifically to Miss Polly at Brody for our class getting slime stuck on the ceiling that one time and having to pause class and get the janitor with a ladder to remove it. A lot of the time it feels like we've only been in high school for 3 years, given we deemed the old Rails building as just another year of middle school. But it also feels like we've been here our entire lives. I could make an itemized Excel sheet of incidents that have occurred in the 40 to me. The time I fully tripped into an absolute crater of a pothole. The time I got sideswiped on the second day of school. If that was you that sideswiped me. Driving hazards aside, though, it's gorgeously bittersweet to reminisce on everything we've been through together. I mean, COVID sucks, but I think a 21 Pilots phase is probably the worst thing that's going to happen to a lot of us. Not to mention Voltron, that was a dark time. To the parents and guardians here, I wish I could guarantee to you our capricious days were over, but you'll have to endure the cacophony a while longer. Also, you told us so, it does fly by. On many nights, it felt like we would be here forever, and we would never have to watch for a W-2 in the mail. There's a lot of pressure around this time to be completely prepared for life and everything coming up as soon as we exit the building into our last normal summer. But to expect that of us is naive. I know I'm still turning out, and no matter how sure you are that you found who you are, you have not. You have not. There's so much left. It's okay to spend your life finding who you are. No one is going to hunt you down at exactly 30 and shake your shoulders and yell, "Who are you? What are you doing?" in your face. The direction you're meant to go in might not be crystal clear now, but you'll find yourself on track in time. You can roll your eyes. I know this is beating a dead horse, but look at how much we've already grown together. In freshman year, I would cry in like the hideous, sucking air in, snotty way in fear of giving a 2-minute presentation at Central Academy. I did that once every single day until the unit was over, just on my floor, full meltdown over nothing. If freshman year me saw me doing this, even auditioning for it, to speak in front of this many people, half of Des Moines, the world, what? She would slap me. She would absolutely slap me. But here I am, only slightly sweating from every orifice in my body. Oh my gosh. I don't make promises, but I can promise you right now that it's going to be all right. If you're like me, school was not easy in the slightest, and not at the fault of Lincoln at all. It's just harder for some of us, and you should all be so proud of yourselves for making it to this point. Whatever your future plans, whatever your GPA, whatever your self-confidence level, this is exciting. Allow yourself a moment to really see how exciting this is if you can. Because, oh my gosh, guys, by the way, it's May 28th. I don't know if you knew. And we're sitting here graduating after all of that. Dude, these years here are supposed to be the time of our lives. And if they weren't for you, just hang in there for what's yet to come. Congratulations again to all of you. After my verbiage in that speech, allow me to end on the simplest yet most dire of notes that I've said throughout this entire thing. Register to vote. I forgot. I completely forgot that that was a thing and that I'm like actually 18 now, but use this as your sign to actually go and register to vote. You have a founded freedom to speak, so do so while you're here. Being complacent achieves nothing in a time that kids are afraid of going to school, of simply being in a public space. Make our legislators uncomfortable with the system they've accepted for so long. We are the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. Now please welcome to the podium Senior C.J. Rosales Castaneda.
Y'all got me nervous, bro. You know, I'm honored to be here in this moment and speak on my generation, the class of 2022. You know, the movies lied to me. This was nothing like High School Musical. These past 4 years have been a lot, and I feel we've learned through many experiences. We've gone through the pandemic, we've seen the loss of students, and we've seen the inequality in our justice system and in the world. High school has been a struggle for all of us, and it's been a confusing journey, but our road doesn't end here. We all got our own struggles, and every one of yours is important, but I want to tell you a little about mine. Did you know I'm Mexican? It's a fun fact. You probably don't expect much out of me. You probably don't expect much out of me. I'm just that quiet kid you see in the corner. I was told if they don't understand your silence, they'll never understand your words. So I want to tell you how I'm more than that. I didn't grow up proper, and I didn't have moral support either. I moved so many times, I've lost count on my fingers. I never felt like I had a home, and I was in and out of school, and I became homeless a few times. I promise you, it's not as bad as you think. I moved at least 10 times throughout high school, and I felt like I couldn't keep up. I barely made it to this moment here, and I finished all my work on the last days. Man, am I lazy? I'm not exactly a good student. I never did my work, and I was always late to my classes. But as they say, good things take time. Honestly though, I'm glad I made it here. The journey wasn't easy. Growing up, I always felt conflicted about my identity. I grew up not being allowed to show emotion, because if I did that, that made me a girl, sensitive, and weak. I felt like I couldn't be me, and that I couldn't open up about my own feelings. I felt like I had to be a therapist for my family. It's funny that they're the ones who told me to man up. A single mother with all older brothers and sisters, I'm always getting compared. I could never be my own person. Constantly, I'm being told to be a man, but I never had my dad growing up. He was deported before I was born. He wasn't ever there in my life, but I learned how to drive, I learned how to shave and fight without him. I had 18 great birthdays without him, and he never once sent a card. I didn't need him then, and I don't need him now. One thing he can't ever teach me about is the courage I got. Being raised without a dad is a lot. I struggled and suffered with being a man and learned it all on the spot. And you know what? I'm proud of me. For so long, I felt like I didn't know who I was. I felt as if I never belonged. I was too white for the Mexicans and too Mexican for the whites. I'm always being told that since I can't speak Spanish, that I'm not enough, that me listening to Mexican music is too much for the white people. I've always been in this middle where I never fit in. I've been the outcast of my own people. A hard decision I made this year is that I left my family. I left and got blamed for wanting more. With my mom, I felt like it was never enough. That she had a worse childhood than me, so that means I should be happy for what I got. I was always told that I have a roof over my head. What more should I want? As thankful as I am, she could never listen, and I don't want to parent someone who's supposed to be mine. I was just a kid. I didn't know what I was doing. I needed guidance. I needed help, not for my day to be ruined. I never understood why it was so easy to make her upset and burst her bubble. I just wish she would listen. Maybe sometimes that would help. I wanted her to tell me that I'm doing okay and that she cares about my health. I want her to be happy, but I can't do nothing right. If I try harder, maybe we'll have a good time. I asked myself, how did she let me go? How on earth did she do it so easily? It's okay she can't be proud of me, because finally, I am. She spent my childhood hoping I wouldn't turn out like her, but she let her childhood onto me. I may be stubborn and stupid and a mess, but it's okay to be a mess. I had to learn that the past doesn't define me. The universe gave me people who are kind, patient, and forgiving in the way that I lack. By now, you're probably wondering, why am I telling you my depressing story? Shouldn't we be happy right now? You're right. I'm telling you because I know you all went through your own suffering, and it shouldn't go unheard. I know how hard it can get, and I want you to know you aren't alone, and I want you to know that you are seen and your story matters. I'm not looking for pity. That's the last thing I want. I want you to understand that living a life in high school is hard. Life takes a toll on all of us. Life isn't fair, and we're all just trying to get by. You do anything to make sure your family eats by any means. I know it isn't easy, and I know many people who have wanted to give up, but what I gotta say to that is, look at you now. Everything we have done up until now has not gone to waste. You're still you, and everything you've done has had a purpose. No one can strip you of your self-worth. You made it this far, why can't you go a bit farther? Failures are just opportunities in disguise. One day, you'll look back and be happy you didn't give up. We can't stop now. We're so much more than the product of these past generations. As a Chicano, I learned that I've been given an opportunity better than my previous generations, and I want to do better for my people and my culture. I want to expand. I want to expand on what it means to be a Mexican and a white. Every person is different, and we all have our own types of interests, and it's important that we recognize we're going to live different too. But that doesn't mean you're any less. You are enough. You being you is enough. I want to bring all kinds of communities together in the future. There's so much hate and negativity in this world, and everyone is hurting. I want to be that place where people can go to and feel like they have a home. I want to be that voice and allow you to be heard, and you all matter, and we as the future have to do better for us. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I didn't make it this far on my own. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I couldn't have made it here without the support I've gotten. And I'm forever thankful for everyone. First off, I want to appreciate David and his family for taking me in and giving me the opportunity to graduate. They've been nothing but supportive of me, and I owe them everything. I want to thank Miraza and Envy, and I also want to thank my mentors, Julio and Dante. They took me under their wings and put me on the right path. They were there for me when no one else was. They taught me that I could believe in myself, and they showed me that family is more than blood. I also want to thank the teachers who have helped me the most. Miss Jaylene Robert Lewis, Miss Carla Brazelton, Mr. Williams, Mr. Harrison, and Mr. Arthur. These people have made me feel heard and seen, and they encouraged me to do better in life. They are the most loving, caring, and understanding teachers that could exist. And they've done nothing but try their hardest to adapt and learn how to teach in these confusing times and make it work. They deserve the best of the best. And I also want to say, I want to give a big thank you to a compa of mine, Jacob Fast. He allowed me to stay with him so that I could continue to stay at Lincoln. He's been a real one, and everything he's done has made me proud. I want to thank my brother, Andrew, and all the friends I've met along the way. These people are family to me, and I would do anything for them. They show me that family doesn't have to be blood. Family are the people who make you feel like you belong, and they genuinely care about you. The energy you surround yourself with is what you feed off of. We all have came from different struggles, but just because someone else's is worse doesn't make yours any less. You all matter. I know y'all parents out there have tried your hardest to take care of your kids, and it's been a hustle, and you've done a great job. You get to watch them graduate. There's beauty in the struggle and fulfillment in the journey. I promise you, it gets better. I'm living proof. We've all came a long way, and we have so much more to experience, but hey, fool, I'm proud of y'all. We did our thing.
Thank you, CJ. The senior class was given the task to determine which staff member has had the most impact on their education while in high school. Through a senior class vote, the class of 2022 selected one of Lincoln's restoration and safety coordinators to deliver this afternoon's faculty commencement address. Please welcome to the podium Mr. Toussaint Cheatham.
Congratulations, parents, family, friends, class of 2022. Parents, I first must say, there were some people who asked me, am I nervous about giving this speech? And I said, no, I'm more nervous about calling the names of the graduates later. So please forgive me in advance if I call your child's name wrong later. The class of 2022. I remember 4 years ago, Mr. Williamson called me into his office and he said, Mr. Cheatham, I need you to go down to the 9th grade building. And confused, I said, for what? And he said, we need some help with this 9th grade class. I got in my car, I drove down to the 9th grade building, and within 15 minutes of showing up at the 9th grade building, there was a huge fight in the front hallway. That afternoon, I went back to Paul and said, hey, Paul, Mr. Williamson, I need a raise. So this class has been a challenge. While there have been other classes that I was connected to smaller groups, I am more connected to the class of 2022 as a whole. And as I look down each and every row in this class, I can call everyone by name. I've had a one-on-one through ISS, through being a campus monitor, or going through asynchronous learning, calling your parents. Oh, parents, there were some times I questioned your parenting skills. So class of 2022, I'm not gonna tell you about myself, but I'm gonna tell you a couple things that I live by. Mr. Van Vark said I had the podium as long as I wanted. So in about 72 minutes from now, I'll still be talking. Just joking. I got a graduate after you all. So I had a thought. In pursuit of destiny. In pursuit of destiny, one would believe that destiny would be like a magnet, that it would pull itself to the hunter. But destiny's not like that at all. Destiny's wrapped up in COVID. Destiny's wrapped up into fights in the 40. Destiny's wrapped up into being pushed in the hallways by seniors. Destiny's wrapped up into people stealing your stuff out of your bag in your classroom. Destiny is wrapped up into not getting all of your classwork done, Emily. Destiny is tied into not having a place to say sometimes, CJ. But what we have to understand is that it is our destiny. And so as we chase after our destiny, we must realize that without any struggle, there is no progress. That's what the great Frederick Douglass said. We can't get anywhere unless we go through some type of struggle. And so as we go through these struggles, as we close the door on one chapter and we go into the next chapter, one thing I want you to remember is this. You accepted the challenge in the past. I want you to accept the challenge tomorrow. What does the challenge look like? Challenge now is you got to get up without your mom pushing you or calling you, without Mr. Cheatham calling you and saying, hey, can you make it to class today? Hey, you were the first one in the building. Why are you the last one on the first block? Now you got to do all of that on your own, and I'm challenging you to do that. I want you to know that all of you, the whole class of 2022, you are all overcomers. You've overcame a lot. I'm not going to talk about it all, but you've overcame a lot, and so you're an overcomer. So I just want you to poke the person next to you and say, you're an overcomer. Please. Thank you so kindly. The next thing is, I want you to believe in you. There were a lot of times that you didn't believe in yourself, but your parents believed in you, your friends believed in you, Lincoln High School believed in you. How many of you got phone calls and text messages from teachers and parents and other classmates asking you to please get your stuff done, get your stuff turned in? A Teams message, you still ain't got it done yet? I see some of you smiling. But I want you not only to believe in you, but also to bet on you. I was there when some of you guys were betting on different basketball games and football games. So now as you go into the next chapter, I want you to bet on yourself and believe in you. The next thing is, number 3 is, I don't want you to compete or compare. As I've seen you walk through the hallways at Lincoln, I've seen you all competing and comparing with each other. Class of 2022, there is no competition. You all are the best. Let me say it again. You all are the best. So don't compete with anybody else, compete with yourself. Every single morning when I wake up, I'm competing with Cheatham. I'm trying to be the best Cheatham I could be. You can't be me, I can't be you. So when you wake up in the morning, compete to be your very best. The next thing is, don't compare yourself. Our stories are too different. There's too many things that we go through in life that don't match up. Jordan can't box like I box. Josh Jenkins can't run a football like I run a football. Deshaun can't run like I run. Come on, Dolphin Ball can't be as tall as me. Am I right? So stop comparing yourself to each other. And this word of texting, TikTok, oh yeah, them TikTok challenges, stop it. Please stop the twerking. So please, and all of the TikTok and all the texting and all of the twerking and all the other stuff that goes along with that, please look up from your phone sometimes and see the world. And stop comparing yourself to everybody. So I want to leave you with just two more things. As you look across this stage, you see every adult on this stage has a hood, which means that they were college graduates. Proud of them. And so you'll see that I do not have a college hood because I didn't graduate from college. It wasn't that I didn't want to, but like CJ, I had some challenges in my life. I have 6 children, amen, yeah. I have 6 children, 5 who are college graduates, and another one who's graduating high school today, who I pray will also be a college graduate. And so there were some people who said, Cheatham, put the hood on. And I said, no, I can't be what I'm not. And so, class of 22, don't be who you're not. Be proud of who you are. We do things different. We make it in different ways, and it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So the final thing is this. Don't be perfect, be better.
Thank you, Mr. Cheatham. And I've said that about every 9th grade class, by the way. Just want you guys to know that.
Not true.
Maybe. A little over 2 years ago, the graduating class of 2022 tragically lost 2 of their classmates, Malachi Swanks and TJ Wright. We remember Malachi and TJ today by placing a rose on their seats among the graduates where they would have sat. Please join me in a moment of silence in honor of TJ and Malachi. Thank you. It is with pleasure that I ask you to please welcome to the podium our Interim Superintendent of Des Moines Public Schools, Mr. Matthew Smith.
Good afternoon, family and friends. Good afternoon, graduates. I get the opportunity to attend a number of graduations, but I can honestly tell you after listening to Emily and CJ and looking at these graduates here, is there any doubt that the world needs Lincoln High School graduates? Man. So students, graduates, I get the esteemed pleasure and the honor of making this official for you. So here we go. On behalf of the district staff, the community of Des Moines, and the teachers of Lincoln High School, I am honored to confirm that the members of the Lincoln High School class of 2022 have met the requirements established by the state of Iowa and our Board of Education and have demonstrated all the qualifications to receive a certificate of graduation from the Des Moines Public Schools. Esteemed school board members Terry Caldwell Johnson and Kelly Sawyer, as interim superintendent of the Des Moines schools, I proudly commend to you for the presentation of diplomas, the Lincoln High School graduating class of 2022. Please continue your round of applause for esteemed school board member Terry Caldwell Johnson.
I'm joined today by my school board colleague, Kelly Sawyer, who will join me in conferring the degrees. But on behalf of the Des Moines Public School Board of Education, it's my honor, indeed my pleasure, to join you all today, graduation day for the Lincoln High School class of 2022. To the parents, grandparents, family members, and friends assembled here today, I simply want to say thank you. Thank you for entrusting your students to the Des Moines Public Schools. Their graduation today signals that we have indeed met our collective mission and responsibility of equipping these students with the knowledge, skills, and abilities to be successful in the next stage of their lives. To sum it up, parents, you have given your students roots, and together with Des Moines Public Schools, we have all given them wings. And to each of you seated before me, the Lincoln High School class of 2022, please know that you are about to join an elite club. The club that I am referring to is comprised of thousands of graduates who proudly wear the maroon and Vegas gold and exude that special swag, that blend of drive and determination, that thing that we call Southside pride. Graduates, you are indeed the pride of the South Side. And today we are here to congratulate you, to celebrate you, and to honor the Lincoln High School class of 2022. We will now proceed with the conferring of the degrees. Congratulations, Lincoln High School class of 2022.
Assisting us with graduation today are 4 junior members of the Lincoln High School's National Honor Society: Elizabeth Jackson, Rashna Mishra, Zaitel Rodriguez, and Kaylee Young. Thank you, junior attendants, for your assistance today. Please take your positions at the front of the graduating class at this time.
Hamza Abdirahman. Kendrick Achibi. Cameron Aldridge. Jordan Alatorre. Jose Alaman. Cesar Almazan Damkin. Stephanie Alonso Castro. Tristan Anders. Jaden Anderson. Nancy Antonio Hernandez. Jamil Arnold. Jesus Arroyo Alvarez. Joseph Artero Ruiz. Ella Astor. Maria Avila Llanos. Alex Bacam. Iradacunda Baptist. Gia Barada. Eduardo Barboza. Andres Barrera. Joseph Bartley. Jordan Beeman. Dale Ballou. Marissa Bell. Nicholas Beminio. Nolan Beminio. Sabrina Benavides. Lauren Benson. Ripley Berg. Kaylin Beveridge. Jasmine Bickle. Kaylee Bingham. Noah Biondi. Sanaya Williams. Cheyenne Williams. Edward Bouchard. Andrew Boone. Emily Boylan. Tristan Brassel. Maria Bravo. Gracia Brusino. James Broneman. De La Rose Brooks. Christina Broussard. Austin Brown. Trent Brown. Susmita Biswa. Jonathan Blair. Avery Blake. Luke Burgett. Dominic Burton. Sydney Butts. Ethan Gabriel Cabeline. Stephanie Caceres Redroven. Aiden Kane. Sophia Calderon. Lexi Williams. Hanya Adamir Cardenas. Josie Carmen. Noemi Carpenter. Elizabeth Casey. Maria Castaneda. Leslie Castillo. Lizbeth Castro. Adria Cathy. Good. All right, Maria Ceballos Rodriguez. Augustina Chapman. Mercy Charity. Malazia Chavez. Odalis Blanco Santos. Angelica Calderon Ceballos. Tyler Callahan. Caden Calvert. Yahir Camareno Silva. Cecilia Campero. Cohen Chumbley. Ashton Klubine. Adonis Coleman. Deshaun Coleman. Jada Ali Collier. Cassandra Colwell. Aiden Cord. Catherine Corcoran. Freddy Cornejo. Zachary Corsby. Aaron Countryman. Miles Cross. Anthony Crowder. Kaylee Croy. Nathan Sater. Ada. Madison Combs. Ashley Contreras. Kimberly Contreras. Lizeth Contreras Salcedo. Emily Cook. Olivia Cook. Zoe Dom. Gabriel Darling. Dayton Doffenbaugh. Joseph Doffenbaugh. Nicholas Davila. Rasha Dawood. Michelle Sabala Gomez. Melanie Zamora. Emma Donahue. Aubrey Dowds. Kelsey Draper. William Cook. Daquan Dunnigan. Cammie Dusenberry. Bradley Elkin. Caden Ellsbury. Genesis Finu. Juan Corrado Lopez. America de la Cruz. Alexandria Deason Vickers. Sophia DeFino. Cammie DeGeest. Ivan Delgado. Jacqueline Diaz Morales. Samuel Filippelli. Kaylin Fisher. Andres Flores. Avi Flores Castro. Tiger Fong. Kaylin Williams. Corinne Zirkle. Trinity Garrick. Roxana Gavia. Jaden Gearhart. Andy Gibbs. Stevie Gillum. Abigail Gomez. Alexis Gomez Mendez. Josue Diaz Rodriguez. Victoria Diaz Ruiz. Carolina Diaz Tovar. Wilson Diaz Zelaya. Anthony Fonzie. Dylan Frakes. Danielle France. Alicia Galan. Giselle Galan Perez. Trinity Galbraith. Brooklyn Gallardo. Daniel Gonzalez. David Gonzalez Galvin. Kason Gordon. Elizabeth Willie. Caden Biederman Young. Scott Helmuth. Aliana Henning. Aaron Hernandez.
Jordy Hernandez. Jose Hernandez. Teresa Hernandez. Jose Garcia. Michelle Garcia. Serena Garcia. Derek Gardner. Riley Green. Michael Griffith. Austin Grimm. Alexis Grove. Buddha Garung. Joshua Guzman Martinez. Salas Hagos. Yosef Hagos. Elena Hakey. Genesis Hernandez Cruz. Tanya Herrera. Libby Johnson. Torin Johnson. Aiden Johnson. Connor Julius. Edward Halstead. Riley Hammer. Jamie Hockler Road. Taylor Harden. Victor. Ariel, right? Ariel Hawkins. CJ Rosales Castaneda. Dylan Holliman. Laria Holmes. Bluetooth. Nay 2. Christopher Hubbard. Xavier Hupp. Alize Hines. Donna Eden. Damari Aineen. Sydney Wilder. Allison Lovan. Layla Irakuzi. Americo Herulu Matero. Joshua Jenkins. Alexander Jennings. Brooklyn Jensen. Amber Johnson. Carmela Johnson. Cole Johnson. Xander Kehoe. Susanna Kazaa. Samantha Kumdirath. Xavier Kimbley. Caden Kinley. Coral Klein. Anthony Knapp. Corbin Knutson. Bradley Cafoyd. Hari Karali, Luca Whitehead, Jason Kunkel, Chelsea Larson, Isaiah Larson, Hanaya Lemus Martinez, Daniel Lamones Chavez, Christopher Little, Gracie Love Littlejohn, Dominic Kohu Como, Diane Lopez Neres, Maria Lopez Pena, Aiden Lovan, Goy Coco, Kania Cameron, David Love, Deshaun Love, Janaya Love, Hanya Lozano, Yvette Lazoya Bajarano, Emily Lazoya Pereira, Miles Ludgood, Emma Luna, Fu Luan, Liberty Markham, Maria Yari, Alyssa Martin, Caitlin Martin, Alexander Martinez, Joanna Martinez, Jacob Masol, Zachary McCain, Paige McCullough, Emily McCool, Becca McCrae, Molly Manning, Jacob Marasco, Joseph Marasco, Jaden McDaniel, Michael McGriff, Zakia McPherson, Harris Makovich, Mehiwich, woo. Lydia Mina Lair, Marina Marian Mendez, Ayeli, Tyler Miller Fillinger, Fellinger, Elizabeth Wilson, Alicia Morelos, Jasmine Murphy, Sue Nguyen, Pinera Dihazara, Haley Neer, Courtney Nelson, Samantha Newhouse, Nathan Wynn, Vivian Wynn, Brianna Noble, Dakota Marchant, Michael Mitchell, Rhoda Embigu, Miriam Monreal Serrano, Sir Mu, Yinyan Nang, Finian Norton, Jabri Norwood, Aiden O'Donnell, Rachel O'Keefe, D'Angelo Olson, Israel Onin, Michaela Wisdom, Jacob Pearson, Jordan Pedraza, Julius Pedraza, Arlette Pena Rivas, Haley Peprome. Yaniela Perez. Woo.
Okay. It was out of.
Adelaney Petaton. Sloan Peterson. Jacqueline Pisecki. Shane Moore. Roberto Ordaz Avitia. Angel Ortiz. Destiny Ortiz. Sophie Page. La Pang. Bisho Boyimana Pierre. Ariel Piper. Leighton Potter. Yunkohi Poway. Zane West. Owen Wheeler. Amara Wood. Jasmine Reyes Martinez. Haley Reyna. Miles Rich. Patrick Ritter. Jacob Rivas Douglas. Juan Rivas. Adon Rivera. Allison Roberts. Araya Parker. Lydia Polly. Dominic Powers. Luke Powers. Tatum Purcell. Joanna Quintanilla Inostrosa. Jonathan Ramirez. Giselle Ramirez Yescas. Nathan Roberts. Samantha Rodriguez. Anna Rodriguez. Joaquin Rodriguez Carrillo. Evan Warrender. Christian Witter. Johnny Sensu. Amara Shade. Siraj Shashankur. Tyler Sheldall. Kushav Shrestha. David Siang. Carson Ray. Megan Ray. Alize Reed. Amon. Eamon Reed. Brian Rodriguez Duran. Stephanie Rodriguez Aguilar. Jocelyn Rodriguez Garcia. Francisco Rubio. Angela Ruiz. Shirley Mireles. Irace Sanchez Crespo. Giselle Sanalias Martinez. Lana Sehom. Sydney Sithanarath. Rachel Slavens. Narelle Webb. Deja Wolf. Michaela Wormuth. Athena Ticey. Maya Thompson. Abigail Todd Hunter. Jordan Tolley. Daniel Sang. Josephine Saicharan. Precious Saiwan. Dana Schmidt. Jaden Schroeder. Tatum Scott. Logan Smith. La Do So. Mu La So. Nay So. Alexis Solis Ruiz. Esvedi Soto Soto. Lexus Spoonholtz. Alana Stinson. Sophia Suarez Quilty. Andres Torres. Ben Tujala. Gretel Wright. Caden Ward. Alex Wardell. Owen Warding. Rushan Suba. Shane Tarleton. Antonasia Taylor. Jada Taylor. Jada Terry. Zachary Tayseen. Caitlin Thacker. Elise Townsell. Tessa Trimble. Esther Tuisabe. Kylie Ung. Brissa Valadez. Stevie Vanderbo. Joseph Vance. Madison Vasquez. Lizeth Vasquez Pantoja. Ellie Vega Camacho. Evelyn Way. Kiara Wortham. Caitlin Ibarra. Isaac Young. Jenna Young. Diego Vela. Angie Velasquez. Mallory Villasac. Blake Villalobos. Emilia Villalobos. Italia Vinci. Toan Vo. Camden Waka. Jewel Wakely.
Before we close this evening's ceremony, we would like to thank you for coming and sharing the accomplishments of these fine young men and women seated in front of me today. Graduates, when we dismiss, we ask that you please file out one row at a time, following the directions of our junior class attendants. When it is time, we will begin with the first row. Graduates, would you please stand? Now is the time for the turning of the tassel. Moving your tassel from the right side to the left symbolizes your transition from high school to student to graduate. At this time, please move your tassel to the left side. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the newest members of the Abraham Lincoln High School alumni, the class of 2022.